Yeah, U3, live from the underground.
Yo, it's your girl DJ Baby Blue Diamond, and you tune into U3 Underground, Unsigned, and Unknown. And we have our first photographer as our guest today, Mr. Dezzy. What up?
What's going on?
So let's talk a little bit about yourself. How long have you been a photographer? What made you want to get into photography?
I would say a full 2 years now that I've been doing the photography. Before that, I was doing a little graphic design. I wanted to be a graphic designer, but I say about 2 years now, photography wise.
What sparked your interest in becoming a photographer?
I would say I like to see people reaction when they look at their photos. That's what really inspired me to want to pursue photography. Just seeing the people reaction, like once you finish doing their pictures. I just love putting a smile on people's face. So when they see you work and they like it and they see the pictures and you get to interact with people, that's what really inspired me to just really want to push and do it.
Do you have any favorite locations or settings that you like to go to when you shoot?
Favorite locations? Not really. I like studio work. I like headshots, close up pictures. That's really like my thing. But as far as like my favorite locations, I guess I would say the studio because I like the close ups and getting close and you're able to see the details and it takes a certain skill to do headshots, and that's what I like. That's what I really like to do.
Okay. Why do you think people are scared to do headshots? You think that's difficult because it's the wall image of the face?
It's well, with the headshots, it's time consuming. I mean, you got to go in and touch up. Like you got to kind of be a perfectionist when you're doing headshots.
Yeah.
You got to touch up certain things, make sure it's right. And plus, like when you take a picture far away, you really can't see if something is messed up. But when you get close, you gotta go in and probably fine tune some hair and doing all this. So like a headshot sometimes just one picture might take 2 to 3 hours versus if I was taking it far away, 20 minutes.
How would you describe
it? I'm kind of like a perfectionist.
Go ahead. Yeah, I like that.
My style.
I was gonna say, how would you describe your style of work?
My style, I would say, I'm trying to get more. I would say cinematic. I'm trying to make my pictures more look. Yeah, so like that's my goal of really, really trying to get better with photography. It's like when you look at my picture, it look like something that you could grab out of a movie scene. Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to continue to work on for my pictures to look like this, like cinematic feel.
Now, I noticed that on your page, you do take a lot of pictures of African Americans, which is good because you don't see a lot of us in our light and in our skin. Because, a lot of photographers can't take pictures of us because sometimes we're too dark. They make us too light and the lighting is just not right. So what made you want to highlight us in that light?
I just, for me, it's more of, Black women just appreciating who they are. I feel like, we live in a society where Black women feel like everything has to be over sexualized.
Yeah.
So, I always say this, I'm like, Black women, one, don't realize how beautiful they are, but realize how powerful you are. So everything, you don't have to overdo it. So normally, when I'm shooting somebody, I tell them just be comfortable. If you don't want to do something, you don't have to do it. And I kind of, for the most part, like to give them let them feel what they want to do.
Yeah.
You don't have to over sexualize the picture. You can just have something nice on, nice hair, your makeup done, and people gonna like it. You don't have to overdo it. So I kind of like to do that because I feel like a lot of black women like overlook because
Yeah.
they feel a certain size, a certain look, and it's not necessarily the case. Sometimes it's confidence, how you carry yourself goes a long way. I tell people. So for me, I love to do it, and to me, it hits. Like when the camera hits your skin and you got it right, it pops. And also, I just always tell black women, y'all don't even realize how powerful y'all. Y'all really don't.
I agree with that 100%. We are powerful. Now I notice you mostly do women. Are you gonna do some men too?
I'm trying. It's hard to find male photographers, and I've been saying that a while. It's like it's hard to find men. People might not realize it, but it really is hard to find male photographers. Like I only know one. Like if I do a model call, it might be just one or two guys that say they want a model.
Yeah.
Girls. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the problem is. Is men feel shy. I don't know. I ain't gonna say shy, but I don't know. It's male photographers is something hard to find a lot of times. But I don't mind. Like me, I just tell you I like to shoot.
Yeah.
Men, kids, I just like to shoot. It really doesn't. I don't really be having a preference, of I just love to shoot. Because it pushes me as a photographer to like let's just say if a girl comes, she don't have any makeup on. It makes me better.
Yeah.
It makes me better to go in and make sure whatever I put out is the best possible, the best possible quality I can. So yeah, but I would love to shoot males, but it's hard.
What is the most challenging about being a photographer for you?
For me, right now, I would say for me, it's pushing myself to be more creative. Because a lot of times I get repetitive doing the same thing over and over and over. So now what I want to push myself to do is like create movie scenes like props and put plants in the photo and just do different stuff. So that's the hardest thing for me. Getting on the computer, editing is super easy for me now. So I'm trying to push myself with like putting out different concepts instead of just going in the studio, having them pose and just snap a shot. So I'm trying to get better with it. So yeah, that's my hardest thing I would say right now.
Now I know you don't deal with a lot of artists as rappers, singers, but you do photography and you started off with graphic design. Can you explain to artists how important it is to have a good quality photo when it comes to getting their album cover made, flyers made?
I would take it back from me just being a regular person that look at stuff.
Yeah.
So what artists don't realize is, and I tell models this as well, like you don't get your artwork from anybody and don't let everybody take your photos. Because you can look at something and know when it's not good. And when it's not good, you might not want to listen to their music, or you probably don't want to go through their whole bio to look at their pictures. A celebrity, promise you just look at celebrities, when they go to a photographer, they make sure everything is on point. They're just not going to put out anything. And I tell people, you get what you pay for. You pay for that $30 photographer, you get $30 work. You pay for that $30 graphic designer. That's what that's what you're going to get. A lot of times, invest in yourself is what I just tell any rapper, whoever, whatever you do, invest in yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're going to get what you pay for.
I agree. And some artists don't even want to invest in it, even in the $30 photographer. They don't even want to invest in that. Because I do graphic design too, and I know how it is when I do flyers. I always get that picture with them with the seatbelt on in their car. And I'm just like, this is what you want as a headliner? And that's what they send me. And okay.
And that's what they don't even realize. Sometimes it's, if you talk to, like, if you come talk, like, I'm a photographer, and I always tell people, like, this is what I love to do, but I also know you can't be over expensive. Sometimes you might have to come down and meet. If you have a conversation with people and people feel that you're genuine and you're not trying to cheat them, they'll work with you. But if you were the one that you was always flashing money on your story or your IG,
exactly,
you're gonna make somebody feel like you just trying to get over me.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't go, like my mama, you wouldn't go to Walmart and ask Walmart for a discount. So why you kind of come ask me for a discount because you feel like I'm a mom and pop store? Now you want to cheat me.
Yeah.
So that's how people is, man. But yeah, they don't even realize investing in yourself goes a long way.
And I tell artists that all the time because I know a lot of I know some artists who don't do the flashing of the money and they really don't have it. And I always tell artists, if you just sit and have a conversation with them and say, hey, this is what I'm working with, this is what I could do, sometimes they will work with you. And they just look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, nah, just talk to them. But they
And
just
it
scared
goes.
too.
I think I don't know why with people, it's a pride thing. I was telling my cousin that a while back. I said, and I used to be that way. I wanted people to think I had more than what I had. So it's like I want you to think I got all my stuff together. I got this big old grand thing. So when you see a picture of me, you assume. It's
Yeah.
like, no, nah, I'm gonna just be real. I want to become a boss and have my big old grand building and stuff like that, but I gotta work to it. But now I'm at a point where I just be honest and real. If I ain't got it all together, I'm gonna tell you, but it's a pride thing. I don't know why. It's a pride thing. People just don't believe in just being honest and real no more. But that's me. I'm gonna just tell you the truth. If I ain't got it, I ain't got it. If I can do it, I can do it. If not, I'll try to point you in the right direction to get it done.
Now, I know earlier you said you want to push yourself as a photographer to do different shots than what you usually do. Are you looking to do like parties type stuff? Do you ever do any of that kind of
My
event?
cousin does. My cousin does. He the party man. I'm
Okay.
more of I would say I'm more of
Studio family portrait type.
yeah,
I,
I don't like big crowds. I'm a smaller gathering type person, and I've always been that way. So I try to do the party thing, but I just can't be weaving through all kinds. It's just not me. I
oh,
like I like the family and headshots. That's me. I can do that all day, but no parties. I'm a homebody anyway.
okay. Now, has this COVID stopped you from working a little bit?
No,
Okay. That's good
it really
because
hasn't.
a lot of people can't
It
say
really
that.
hasn't. Yeah, it really hasn't. For me, what stops me is I don't. Sometimes I post a lot on IG. I don't do it on Facebook. So
Okay.
now I would just say if anything, I stop myself because it's not the level of my quality. It's just me promoting, me saying I'm shooting this and like half the time I've been shooting for 2 years now. I've only put a price list out like 3 times. Like I've only promoted like this is my price. I
Yeah.
don't, so it's like I'm just trying to work on being consistent. Cause like I feel like my work is good enough now. Now let me be consistent with posting and saying, y'all, look, I'm doing this and this is my price and stuff like this. So, but no, COVID hasn't really stopped anything. It's just I stopped myself.
For any artists who because I mainly deal with a lot of artists because I'm a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Any artists who want to get their picture taken, what are like some 3 tips you can give them for a good picture? Not just for the photographer, for them. Like don't dress, like keep it simple, don't dress so
Oh,
flashy, just 3 tips
yeah.
you can give them. I know one tip I would give them is stop doing this same little prayer pose. You know.
Yeah, I would tell anybody, man, um I wouldn't say 3, but I know the main tip I would tell. Look for you, and if you got an idea, search your idea and know what you want to do. So a lot of times, like, and I say with women are very good with that. They know what they want to do. Guys come in and then you're asking them, like, say for instance, would be like, well, I show them a pose, and they'd be like, nah, I don't want to do that. And so I tell them, I say, well, what do you want to do? Because some guys feel like they don't want to do this pose. This pose is maybe too feminine, or it's like a tough macho thing. They don't want to do certain things. So it's like they go in and they know what they want, but they don't know what they want at the same time. If I'm making sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
Yeah.
it's like I want you to give me some ideas, but I don't want to do the ideas you give me. And I'm like, well, what do you want to do? They don't know. They just know they want to take a picture. So half the time they just standing there because they don't want to do what you've presented. So I would tell any artist, man, like, look up some ideas. If you're a rapper, look up some stuff that maybe your favorite rapper did done. You don't have to necessarily copy their style, but you can use it as inspiration and say, you know what, he did this. I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna kind of take it a little bit, but I'm gonna do my own thing with it. A lot of them, I want to take pictures and just stand there. Like, okay, I don't know. This is the time that you're paying for. I don't know. But that's why I say like more women to me be more prepared.
Yeah.
Like know what they want to do. They know they didn't looked up their concept. They didn't did their research. So when they come in, they ready to knock it out. Men, no, they don't. And sometimes it be the same, like you said, the praying hands, the same jailhouse pose, and I'm like, I put my head down.
To save your house pose. And it's true though. You get the same poses on the same covers, and it's the same concept over again. And it's like, do something different, do something new.
Exactly.
Will you ever pick up doing graphic design again? I know you do a little bit with the editing with your photos, but
I'm trying to get that desire back.
okay.
Like sometimes then I might pop up and I start working on something that I'll be like, you know what, I'm going to work on some pictures. So I'm trying to get that fire back in me to do it, but it's like I'm loving photography so much that it may just be something I do in my spare, like when I'm just super bored.
Yeah.
So like right now, it's just, I don't know. I'm trying to get that fire back to do it, but I don't know. Photography is just like taking over me. And I didn't even necessarily see myself wanting to do photography, but like that is just something that is like it's taking over me, and I love it. I love it a lot. So I don't know. It's a 20% chance I may come back and dabble a little bit, but I don't know yet.
Where are you from for people who don't know?
From Louisiana, Jennings, Louisiana.
If you can't tell by the accent.
Louisiana.
So if you are from his area and you are a male model, feel free to inbox him, DM him, and tell him that you would like your pictures taken. If you are a rapper who needs some good quality pictures and you got a concept down, hit him up and
We can work.
get your pictures taken from the best.
Definitely can work.
How'd you come up with your business name? Is Deezy like a nickname people used to call?
Well, Deezy is just my personal name, but the company name is Humble and Blessed.
Yeah.
That's like the company. It's just, you know, I got my own little personal name because it's like me and my cousin. He do photography as well. So, you know, we got our personal name and then we got the overall name. But yeah, Humble and Blessed is what everybody really know me by.
Because you have a t-shirt line too, right? You have a clothing line.
Yeah, I just don't.
I think that's how I met you first, by your clothing line, Humble and Blessed.
Yeah, Humble and Blessed. But the name just comes from my love God, and I feel like I'm blessed already. We are blessed, and humble. You know, God wants us to be blessed and humble. So that's where the name came from. And that's really it. Humble and blessed is where the name come from because, like I said, I believe we all are blessed, and God wants us to be humble. Humble in anything that you do. So that's where it comes from, and at the same time, it describes me because I'm a humble person. I appreciate everything God has given me and that He continue to give.
Are we gonna see some more stuff from your clothing line or no? I know.
Yeah, next year, actually, I'm trying to build me a building. I don't know how big it's going to be, but I'm trying to build me a building. And what I want to do is start getting me some brand ambassadors and looking to do some more shirts and getting girls to model the shirts and the whole nine. So hopefully next year, God willing, everything works out and I can get that together. But most definitely, you're going to see some more shirts next year and people modeling the shirts and trying different concepts with it.
Well, thank you, Deezy, for being on U3. You know, like I said, you are my first photographer, so I'm excited to have a photographer on here. I've been following your work. Like I said, I followed your work first with the clothing line and now with your photography. So I appreciate that. Before we let you go, let people know where they can check your work out. If they want to get a shirt or two, give us all that information.
They can check me out at on Instagram at humble. On Instagram, it's Shot by Deezy. Facebook is HB Deezy. And I don't really upload too much on the Instagram on the clothing page, but let's just go with those two. We're gonna just go with those two. Yeah, they can catch me there. I was about to say all of them, but I don't want to go too hard. They can catch me on them too. That's why I'm at all the time.
Well, you heard it straight from his mouth. Make sure you go and check his workout. You will not be disappointed. I love his shots of us African Americans, because we need that in the world. We need that in society, especially when society is trying to put us down. We need someone to uplift us. And like I said earlier, if you are a male and you want to model for him and you live in Louisiana, make sure you hit him up. We need some more male models. That's gonna be dope. And it should go, and it should go DJ Baby Blue Diamond. And I'm signing.